Yo. This is Adventures in Traffic, episode 13, Blackout Edition, because I'm driving at night. So you might see some things in the background, but you don't see me because of this beautiful chocolate skin. I blend in with the darkness. But today I am going to talk about, there I go, street lights. So I guess if I'm in the street lights, you can see me vaguely. So today I'm going to talk about, I had a discussion with somebody. We were talking about the media's role in generalized and public perception. And what that basically means is what you see may not always be true. The mind sees what the eyes say. Shout out to an Atlanta rapper who I will not name because I don't name celebrities, not giving anybody publicity. But that phrase will always stick with me. The mind see what the eyes say. So the media, there was a gentleman who was the former commander-in-chief of this country. He coined the term fake news. Everybody laughed at him when he said it. But I think as time goes on, it starts to make a lot more sense that there is a misrepresentation in the media. We are given a particular narrative to fit a storyline that we should believe for whatever reason, for whatever agenda. We should believe this particular narrative. And if you are not well versed in discernment, it's easy to see a story and believe it as factual. But how many of us actually know how to dig? How many of us know how to dissect what's told to us and come up with our own conclusions? Or do we just take things at face value because a popular person said it? That would make you foolish. And that goes for anybody. Age, race, color, creed, sex, sexual orientation, doesn't matter. If you believe what people tell you just because you like them, you are a fool. Don't be a fool. It is your job. God gave you this brain to think critically and to discern and break down information. That's the use. That's the primary use of the brain, is not just to help you regulate breathing, because that is the autonomous nervous system. One of those nervous systems. I'm getting my words mixed up. But the point is, it is your job to think. Don't walk around this world blindly believing what people tell you. Some people will use that against you. Example. I like to give examples. I have my daughter in the car with me. She's not going to appear in video, but I'm taking her somewhere. And her mother and I were trying to tell her one time about the way young men use young women's emotions against them to manipulate them. And this isn't just male and female dynamics. This is general psychology for people who know psychology or know how to manipulate. Because you got to look at people who are drug dealers, people who are pimps, people who are actors. Different roles in life make you more well-versed than others at psychology and manipulation. There is something called NLP. NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. That means certain phrases, certain tones, certain words, certain modes and methods of speech can manipulate you psychologically. This is what's being used by the media in movies, film, television shows, music. Again, I used to be a rapper. I know how to do this very well. If you have a conversation with somebody and their tone switches up and down, like, hey, did you see that new movie by so-and-so? It was great. Oh my God. And that part when he jumped out the window, when their tone goes up and down, that's a form of manipulation. It's subtle. And if you don't know what's being done, you would just think, I really need to go see this movie because the way they explained it, oh man, it sounded great. Again, that would make you a fool because you are not thinking for yourself. And it's done all day, every day. It's a game. And you need to know the rules. Einstein said, learn the rules of the game and play better than anybody else. Learning the rules of any game gives you an advantage over the other players. And it is always advantageous to be advantageous. Now, for years, now remember the term brand washing. For years, brands and different entities have been using psychology against us and for us. Psychology is not a bad thing. That's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is when your perception is used against you, unbeknownst to yourself. And you have to take caution in what you allow into your psyche. Because once something gets in, it's hard to get it out, right? It's like a stain in white pants. I guess you shouldn't, they say you shouldn't wear white after Labor Day, but I don't know if the rules have changed. But metaphorically speaking, let's say your mind is a white garment, pants, shirt, shoes. Your mind is a pair of white shoes worn by a 3-year-old. Because your mind is not in control of itself unless you train it, just like a child. So if you take those white shoes and put them on this child and let them trample through the mud, it's going to come back dirty. And you might not be able to get it off, depending on how hard they are on shoes. And it's the same thing with your mind. If you let all kind of filth into it, and it may not look like it's dirty on the surface, but it's all kind. And you can look up different content creators on what is perceived as what we will call entertainment, and they will tell you, come on, man, they will tell you that there is all types of subliminal suggestions and ulterior motives riddled inside of these entertainment, especially the stuff for kids. If you knew what you were looking at, you would not let your children watch TV. But I digress. It's not my place to tell you what to do with your babies. It is my place to tell you, you make your bed, you lay in it. Meaning, if you let your children be exposed to these things and you get what you get, you got to clean up that mess. And sometimes the child is you. Sometimes you have exposed yourself to certain things psychologically via entertainment, music, movie, films, television. And now you are in a predicament. And you're going to have to clean that mess up. But you might not know how. It's crazy driving tonight. It's time to get home. You might not know how to clean that up. And that's where things like mindfulness comes in, right? Awareness, knowing that there's a game being played and you're the prize. It all goes back to brand washing. It's not just clothes. It's not just cars. It's not just shoes. It's habits. It's lifestyle choices. And everybody's got something for sale. I've said that before. Everybody's got, including me. I want to sell you on the fact that you need to be your biggest advocate. You need to have your back more than anybody else in this world. When I was a rapper, I had this line that said, "Baby, I got your back like bra straps." I mean that. At the time, I was talking about girls. I was talking to this young lady in this song. "Baby, I got your back like bra straps." But you need to have your back like bra straps. You need to make sure that what you putting into your mind is going to benefit you. And sometimes it may take you days, weeks, months, years, decades to reprogram yourself from all the junk you put in. I've said, and I'll say it to you, I haven't said it on this platform, but your mind is the stomach of your intellect, and you are what you eat. I'm going to say it again. Your mind is the stomach of your intellect, and you are what you eat. Your mind is the stomach of your intellect, and you are what you eat. If you spend 90% of your time consuming dead calories, this is for your physical body, chips and cookies and candy and cakes and fast foods and crap foods, your health is going to be terrible. Now, on a similar note, if you spend 90% of your time consuming crap food for your mind, reality TV, trash music, horror movies, blasphemous content, all of this stuff that, is usually what's popular. Honestly, it's usually what the media considers popular. You look at some of these critics that rate movies, because again, I'm not naming no names, but if you look at some of these people that rate movies and rate music, normally what's buzzing ain't what's buzzing, cousin. You feel me? So pay attention to what's out there. And this is just scratching the surface. Maybe when I start doing scripted shows and I can write down my content and then throw a little freestyle in it at the same time, I might really give you the game. But this is just a quick 1-2 in and out like a robbery. I want to let you know about the media's role and your perception of the world based on what you see and what you've been told by these entities. I said that word for a reason. By these entities. Some people don't even know what I just said. Some of y'all do. But just keep in mind that everybody has something for sale. And you are the prize. It's either your pocketbook, your wallet, your mind, or your body. There's a rapper. He's deceased, so I can say his name. Prodigy from Mobb Deep. He said, got my mind, soul, and my body. I ain't gonna say that name because I ain't gonna open up that can of worms. But yeah, that's the prize. Your mind, soul, and your body. And your money. And if they can get all of it, checkmate. So don't get played like a game of chess out here. Keep your head on the swivel. I'm going to keep moving through these back streets. I got places to go. Y'all be cool. Peace.